Game on the line in the fourth, running up and down the court. I kill him, I do it for sport. Crunch time, when it's crunch time, I'm always gonna put in the work. You just keep coming up short, but somebody gotta get hurt. Crunch time, when it's crunch time, ooh, it's all about us in the end now. I ain't out here making friends now. Hit them with a turnaround if they wanna see how it pans out. I'm just trying to be a champion, trying to leave behind a legacy. MVPs in the ambience, but they chant for me. I'm always gonna put in the work. I'm just trying to be a champion. I'm always gonna put in the work.
Hello, and welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the WarDawg Trail podcast. This is episode 93, and today we have a very, very great guest to bring you. You're going to love his name, but before we bring him onto the stage, let's go over a few announcements. All right, today we have myself, Sergeant WarDawg, and my co-host,
Grim 0311.
All right. First off, you can find out about our show on the website, sergeantwardawgtv.com. All right. You can also find us, search for us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all under Sergeant WarDawg TV. You can also find us on X at Sergeant War. All right. We are brand ambassadors for Reaper Apparel Co. So you can use our code Sergeant WarDawg TV for 10% off your entire order. All right. Camp Doghouse is our nonprofit for homeless war veterans in the Central Florida area. Camp Doghouse can now be found at campdoghouse.org. Please check us out so you can find out what we are doing to alleviate the veteran homelessness issue in Central Florida. All right, we won 2 awards last year. We won, first off, from Acquisition International Magazine, we won Leading Veteran Welfare Outreach Nonprofit Organization for 2023. Next, we won an award from Corporate Livewire for Veteran Support Nonprofit Organization of the Year. All right, we will soon be media members of the National Shooting Sports Foundation. And we will also soon be media members of the Professional Outdoor Media Association. All right. Now, without further ado, I bring our guest to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the Pew Pew Jew. Welcome to the show, boss.
What's going on, guys?
Not much.
How's it going?
It's going great.
All right. Now, I really want to know, just to start us off, how long have you been using that name?
Oh, God. It's about 5.5 years now.
5.5. Okay.
Okay. Yours or somebody gave it to you? Was it given?
Yeah, it was given. I was writing a book on the history of the Second Amendment for children, and a buddy of mine, I was talking to him. He's like, "Man, you're like the Pew Pew Jew," and like the business brain just like clicked, and I'm like, "Ooh, I gotta roll with that hard." So I called my illustrator. I'm like, "Hey, I need a logo that says the Pew Pew Jew, a gun, and the Star of David, all wrapped in one." And
nice.
and the legend was born.
Just
Good
like
deal.
that.
Just like that.
All right. Now, let's jump right into your firearms background, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. All right. So I got.
Oh, he lost him real quick.
Yeah.
There you go. You're back.
All right, we got you.
There we go. 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 All right. So I got into firearms. Wait, does anyone hear that clicking?
No, I
Not
didn't
anymore.
hear.
Not anymore.
I hear clicking, and I just heard something growl in my ear. Dude, seriously, there's like growling. It's not coming from my phone.
I don't know.
Not
It
sure.
Could have been my dog. Don't worry about it though. You good now?
Well, yeah. All right.
No, we lost your sound.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, you can't hear me. Okay.
Okay, no, I hear you
There you
now.
go.
I
There
hear
you go.
All right. All right. I'm not moving. I'm literally gonna stay frozen. No. So I don't have a traditional upbringing with firearms. As an Orthodox Jew growing up in Los Angeles, firearms were never anything that was talked about. I was never law enforcement. I never joined the military. But when I was must have been 22, 23, maybe 24, my good buddy called me up. He's like, yo, man, we got to go shooting. And I'd gone shooting a few times when I was in Israel and stuff like that. But he took me to the range, and I swear to God, it was like right out of a movie. He takes like this case from behind and like unravels it. And it's like shotgun, rifle, AR, handgun, right? Like, it's like, I'm like, dude, who the hell are you? And the next thing I know, like, I got that bug. And, I finally got my own gun. And then, one thing led to another. And as I was building my name within the firearms industry over the last 7 years, since my first book came out, I paid attention to some of your top trainers in the industry. I befriended them. I learned everything I can. And I continue to learn from all these people. And, now I can kind of hold my own.
Right on.
All right.
On. If you don't mind, let us know the title of your book as well as where everyone can find you online.
Well, the problem is I have 9 books out.
Okay,
So,
good job.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have books ranging from gun safety for children, history of the Second Amendment for children, a lot of satire. Like, this is my very popular one. It's called Bullet Points, Reasons Why America Should Embrace Common Sense Gun Law. And it's all blank.
Okay, got you.
Right?
Got you.
Yeah, right. So I don't like to stir the pot. I take the pot and just spill it right over.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you see my name there, the Pew Pew Jew. People can just go to thepewpewjew.com, get signed copies of the book if you think my autograph is worth like $8-9. If not, you can go to Amazon. I got a ton of great apparel and just good fun stuff. I have like gun control's not kosher,
Nice.
with a big picture of a pig. So very, very self-deprecating. I have a lot of fun doing what I'm doing while being a very staunch and devoted Second Amendment advocate.
I like
Okay,
it.
okay,
I like
yeah,
it.
man. I like the humor behind that, man. When you held the book up, I was like, Common Sense Gun Law. I don't know if I'm with him on this one, but I got you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's great. Like, are you guys familiar with Kevin Dixie?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so KD's a good buddy of mine. I call him my spiritual 2A advisor, and and like on the back of the book, literally, KD writes, "I appreciate the great detail that this book went into. We should all unite and continue to push forward the efforts brought up in Reamer's brilliant masterpiece." So like I kind of have a good time with what I do, and I stir the pot a lot. I stir the pot within the firearms industry because, unfortunately, our industry takes themselves too seriously. And, God forbid you insult the company because then they're going to, lose their what, and all hell breaks loose. I enjoy, I'll give you an example. People always ask me what my favorite gun company is. And I tell them straight out, High Point. And they look at me like I'm crazy, right? And I'm like, y'all didn't ask me what my favorite gun is. It's what company. High Point is the only firearms manufacturer out there that knows what they make, owns it, and if you make fun of them, they just throw it right back at themselves and you. And they have a sense of humor. And how can you not love a company like that?
Right.
So that's kind of what I do. Just hell, I get anti-Semitic comments all the time, and I roll with it. I'm not going to let it bother me, because if I let every little comment bother me, then I wouldn't be where I am today.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Good deal.
Well, let's talk about you as an influencer now. You said it was about, what did you say, 5 or 7 years since you started?
Well, my first book came out 7 years ago, but the Pew Pew Jew brand, I guess call it my social media presence, didn't start till really the beginning of 2019, very end of 2018, beginning of 2019. And I never set out to be a social media personality. I launched the Pew Pew Jew brand and like all my apparel and stuff like that, just so I can raise money to write my books. That's where my real passion is. But one thing led to another, and I ended up working with amazing companies, and Firearms Policy Coalition, Second Amendment Foundation. I do some work now with GOA, and again, becoming an influencer, that even hasn't happened so much. Really, it was in the last 2 years that influencer aspect has really taken hold with my brand. And I don't take it lightly. I know that comes with a lot of responsibility, to the point where I've had companies say, "Hey, do you want to like an affiliate code for our brand?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't. No offense, I'm just not a fan of your product, and I wouldn't push a product I don't believe in. I'm and that's me. You have a lot of influencers that are are like influencer whores, if you will, right? Like you just right? It's like,
They stand behind everything.
They'll don't push anything, and I'm very honest. I'll tell a company straight out, look, I had a holster company, for example, call me up and say, "Hey, can you come do an appearance by my booth at SHOT Show?" I said, "I would absolutely love to do it. However, I have never tested your products, so I'm not endorsing your products." And he's like, "What if I send you a bunch of holsters to try out?" And he did. And, for the cost, for the price point, the guy makes super solid holsters. So I was like, "Yeah, man, I will tell them what I think of your product, right? I'm not going to say it's the best product on the market, but if you're looking for a good, affordable holster, right? They're called Freedom Protective Gear. I'm happy to push it because I tried them out personally. I'm not going to whore myself out for free items. It's just not who I am.
Right.
My reputation to me is the most important thing. And all my followers know that if I endorse a product, or if I talk about a product, it's because I've personally used it and it's something I believe in.
Right. And that's good, man. Hey, that's how it should be, man. Hey, as an influencer, you should definitely stand behind every product, that you're willing to put out there to everybody.
Absolutely. So yeah, influencer life is a little weird, right? Going to SHOT Show and being stopped and asking for a picture, it's still awkward. It's still weird. But I have my 3 or 4 best friends here in Texas. So just to give you, it's going to sound a little conceited, but it's part of the fun, right? So this year at SHOT Show 2 weeks ago, I was asked to do 3 appearances at 3 different booths.
Nice.
And yeah, it was fantastic. It was the first time I was actually like in the SHOT Show app where you can like check out celebrity appearances. And I was at synagogue with two of my closest friends, and they're like, "So you ready for SHOT this week?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can't wait to go. You know, I'm stoked." They're like, "Yeah, how many appearances did you say you were doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm doing 3." And they just went. I mean, like any good friend should do. They went off on me. They're like, "Hey, well, I have 3 appearances. Oh, can you pass the great? Can you? You know, they're like, oh, can you pass the Grey Poupon?" And like, they just, I mean, for 30 minutes straight, they just kept on battering me down, and you know, they did it to keep me humble, and you know, that's what good friends do. So,
Right.
you know, I have standing orders to my friends that as I continue to grow, it's their job to like shoot me in the kneecaps and make sure that I stay low to the ground.
Nice.
Hey. So sometimes you gotta kick your legs up and be like, "Hey, yeah, go ahead and get that for me."
Yeah. Oh, I do because I was invited by a company, and I'm working out details. I was invited by a firearms manufacturer. They have a Ma Deuce and a minigun. And he's like, "Oh, we're gonna get together, do a whole video, and you know, do some great footage." And one of the buddies who was bashing me, I came back and I was talking to him, and I was like, "Hey, man, you know, I had this really cool meeting," and then he just went off to me, "Oh, meeting, no, look at you, so important." And I was like, "Wow," I'm like, "You just lost your invite to shoot a Ma Deuce in the minigun," and he's like, and this guy's one of my best friends, and he's a big gun guy too. And he's like, "Oh no, man, I'm just messing with you. No, you know, I love you." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. Who has the power now?"
Right.
Yeah. I like that. I really like that.
Yeah.
Now, can you talk to us about any particular story that has happened in your life as an influencer? I know you just told us, you just gave us a great example. Do you mind?
I will tell you two quick ones. There was one that was like the number one, and that happened like 2 months ago, and then immediately something happened last week that kind of you know, outdid that one. So at the beginning of December, Alan West reaches out to me and says, "Can you come on my podcast?" I'm like, "Well, when Alan West is telling you come on your podcast, you don't say no." So, you know, I went on his podcast, and then he's like, at the end of the show, he's like, "Oh, do you want to do a video collab at the range?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." So a week later, we go to the range, and him and a guy named Jason Kolosky, who is the owner of Watchtower Firearms,
Nice.
they and I have it at my feet. It's in one of these cases. They actually gifted me a rifle with a battle-worn Israeli flag all over it. And yeah, I mean, let's see. Hold on, I need to get a new safe because I don't have. Let me see if this is the right one. Nope. Hold on. Yeah, they gifted it to me, and Alan West was like, you know, for your dedication and your defense of the Second Amendment, as well as your dedication to training the Jewish people, you know, we want to give you this gift. And to me, that was like, I mean, maybe not an influencer thing, but you know, obviously, it takes time. So,
oh,
Right.
what?
That's
yeah.
nice. That's a nice setup.
What? Yeah, man.
So
No,
it's a Watchtower Firearms. If you're not familiar with Watchtower, they were bought out a year and a half ago. Well, Watchtower bought out F1 Firearms.
Mm-hmm.
So this is originally, you know, the brand F1, but they made their own modifications. Yeah. So Alan West gifted that to me, and that was just like, you know, I mean, humbling is an understatement. You know, just being on his show and asking to do a video collaboration is one thing, but then gifting me this AR is just like a whole different ballgame. So
yeah.
that definitely is in the top 3. And then my biggest inspiration, and this is the number one thing that just happened this past Thursday night. My biggest, call it hero, inspiration, mentor. I mean, that kind of person is Dana Lash. Dana Lash to me is not just dedicated and devoted to the 2A, but she's uncompromising with everything she stands for. She's not a shill for anybody, and she is a constant inspiration. And over the last 9 years since I met her, before I even wrote my first book, over the last 9 years, I become friends with her and her husband. And just last week on Thursday night, there was a event where she was speaking at, and I have built my name and reputation, and call it my influencer base, where they actually asked me to introduce Dana Lash at an event.
Nice.
Really?
And yeah, and to me, that was when you get to introduce someone you look up to as a friend, as a mentor, as an inspiration, as your hero. You get to introduce them at an event. Man, I was like on the verge of tears as I was like introducing her. It was just an absolute highlight in my life.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's cool. So when did you know? When did you know that you made it? Like, what was that point for you? Like that one thing that happened where you was like, okay.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
My friends hate when I say this. There's so many times I still don't feel like I did make it because there's always room for more. And I feel like as long as I have something to give, I just don't feel, and again, it's funny because I was just nominated for a Gundy as well for top voice of the 2A, but yet I don't honestly, I don't think about whether I made it or not, right? Yeah. Like I'm currently working on my 10th book, and the minute, and I just came out with a new book. You guys will like this one. This was in November. It's called Spot Gilly. It's okay. It's a Where's Waldo for gun owners, right? So like, right? So yeah. So like, it's one of those things, right? Like, I just came out with my 9th book this past November. Like, we're talking about 4 months ago. Yet I'm now working on my 10th book already. Like, I don't have a chance to stop and think like, oh wow, I made it. It's more like, look how far I've come in 7 years. Right. But not like I made it.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I actually kind of thought that was kind of your answer was going to be something like that.
Yeah, and like I said, I try to keep myself incredibly grounded. So I will respond to social media, people reaching out to me via social media, messaging me. I try to respond to any real questions. I get a lot of people sending me random memes and stuff like that. But, but like, if people are asking me real questions, I try to be there. I try to be responsive. I try to be friendly. At SHOT Show, I was stopped more times than I can count. I will always stop and take a picture, with a smile on my face, be cordial, be nice, talk to people. So it's just one of those things that I guess, I just don't think about it. I just keep on doing my thing, keep on working hard, keep on defending the 2A. And as I'm growing, as well as growing as an influencer, my main focus is my book. So it kind of keeps me grounded. Like, no, there's still more work to do, so.
Right on, bro. I had to tell you, I commend you, man. It is awesome to see your hunger to keep the job going, but then also to see your humbleness, and knowing, knowing where you stand with things. That it is amazing to to meet someone that is hungry and humble like you are. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And if I told you this, you'll like this story. So the first, when my first book came out, January of 2017, I was trying to get Alan Gottlieb's endorsement on my book. He's the head of the Second Amendment Foundation, and I happened to be at a show, and he was there, and I went up to him. I introduced myself, and he goes to me. He goes, "Hey, I love your stuff. I'll endorse your book. Do you want to speak at the Gun Rights Policy Conference?" And this is before I knew anything about the gun industry. This was like my second gun show I've ever been to in my life. And I didn't even have social media. And I'm like, yeah, of course I'll speak at the Gun Rights Policy Conference. Must be like 20 or 30 people that probably show up to the thing, right? And keep in mind, I used to hate being center of attention. I'm a photographer. So like I used to be behind the camera. I hated the limelight. I mean, I hated it. And so, I'm like terrified, like, okay, I'll speak 30, 40 people. So I'm like, Mr. Gottlieb, how many people usually attend the GRPC? He goes, oh, probably around 400 or 500. And it was at that moment I knew I had effed up, right? But honestly, that was one of the most brutal and excruciating 6 months of my life between April and September when I was going to speak. But that speaking engagement was the first step to me overcoming all my fear and just starting the road of being able to do what I do by being a public figure. If it wasn't for that speech, I don't know where I would have been. I don't know where I would be today.
Right. Okay, so they broke you in. That's good.
Oh yeah. Oh, they absolutely broke me in, man. I'm on that stage with like a fidget cube, and I'm like you can't see me, but I opened up with in my style of humor, I opened up with a line that said, although many of you don't know me, although many of you in the audience don't know who I am, I need to publicly thank the one person who pushed me into getting Second Amendment advocacy. I said, although the person is not sitting here in the audience today, I would really like to publicly thank President Barack Obama for getting me into Second Amendment advocacy. And I got like a standing ovation because it's like, one of the biggest gun grabbers in American history is the guy that pushed me into doing it, and like that's how I opened, and I got that standing ovation within 30 seconds of me speaking, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I have it. I got it.
There you go.
All right. Now, can you mind telling us your 3 favorite guns?
Sure. Do I have to own them or just in general?
Just in general.
All right. Number 1 gun of all time is the HK MP5. Hands down. I know it's cliche. I know it's cliche, but my God, I love that thing more than God. Yeah. The next one I would say would probably be, I have a custom Glock 19 from DEFCON 3 out of San Antonio.
Nice.
Yeah, man, that thing is battle-worn bronze and frigging awesome. Lastly, and this is a newfound love of my life, it's tough. It's actually a tough one. It's Watchtower Firearms just came out with a double-stack 9mm 1911 called an Apache. And it is, man, it shoots so smooth. We can't call them 2011s. Well, I could, but they can't because 2011 is copyrighted or trademarked. But it's kind of like a 2011, but it is really nice. However, on par with that is I have a Ruger PC Charger that I have a dedicated Omega 9K on it, and then
nice.
that gun. I love going to an outdoor range with the metal targets on that because, man, I am wielding that thing like a freaking ninja. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. That's cool.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now, what can your fans expect from you in the future? Obviously, there will be more books.
Yeah. So I'm working on my 10th book, which obviously I can't talk about it yet because I'm still at the early stages of development with it. But it will be another kid's book. Um, I'm coming out with new patches, hopefully in the next week or two. It says the Jewish Space Laser Force patch.
I saw that one.
Yeah, so self-deprecating, right? When you don't give the anti-Semites a chance to make fun of you, but you do it yourself, it takes away their power. So it's going to be the Jewish Space Laser Force. What else? And just I have a lot of things in the works that are still working out the details after SHOT Show, but I don't know how they're going to pan out. It's right now discussions, affiliations with different brands, marketing with some people. So one step at a time.
Okay.
All right.
You're thinking, man.
Yeah. Do you hunt or do anything else with firearms on the side?
Unfortunately, the Jewish religion kind of frowns upon hunting.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's something that I would love to do. I mean, I would absolutely love it, but the only real gray zone that allows for hunting in Judaism would be like feral hog hunting, because that's kind of more pest control.
Yeah.
Versus so I there's a company out here in Texas that does hog hunting from a helicopter, and I have their business card right there. So I kind of got to make something happen with that, because that might be a fun event to do. So
yeah.
But I definitely just because I don't hunt, I understand the importance of hunting. I understand how it helps with conservation. I do understand why non-Jews do hunt. And frankly, I'm kind of a little jealous that they get to do it. But, my religion's my religion, and I wouldn't sell that out for anything.
So you're saying it is okay to go after feral hogs?
It's more of a... Yeah, it's more of a gray zone, right? Like you have hunting is like you're not allowed to go hunting. Like, although, for example, like deer is kosher, right? But it has to be slaughtered and prepared according to ancient Jewish tradition and law. So if I would go hunting and I see a nice whitetail and I shoot it with a rifle or or a bow, I couldn't eat it because it wasn't slaughtered according to Jewish law. However, however, feral hogs is more of a pest control, right? You're not eating it you're doing it for the survival, right? I know in Texas alone, it's a $2 billion a year loss to feral hogs. So there's more gray zone where they'll be like, okay, you kind of can do it because you're saving crops, which we all eat. Yeah. That kind of stuff. So.
Got you. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What about shooting competitions and stuff like that? You into those?
I don't. Everyone pushes me to do it. Two things. A lot of competitions are on Saturdays, and my Sabbath is Friday night to Saturday night. So obviously I can't do it then. And then honestly, Sunday is, I'm married with 4 kids, right? Sunday's family day. I do enough shooting and stuff during the week. My wife lets me out of the cage. But Sunday, hell, I don't even watch football anymore, right? Like I made a point when I got married, football is not important anymore to me. Hell, I'm this Sunday during Super Bowl, I'm taking my 12-year-old daughter. Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah.
So I'm instead of watching, right? I don't want to watch. really don't care about the 49ers versus Taylor Swift. So I'm taking my daughter to a Circus Olay show. That's what I'm going on, a daddy-daughter date. So
All right.
Nice.
Sundays are family day.
Hey, I respect it.
Yeah. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to come on our show. This has been episode 93 of the WarDawg Trail podcast. We have had as our guest the Pew Pew Jew, and he is a big-time name in the 2A gun influencer space. We really thank him for taking the time out of his busy schedule to come on the show with us. And I hope everyone had a chance to enjoy him and to get to know him as well as we have.
Thank you very much for having me, guys. If you ever need a fill-in guest, just give me a call, man. I really enjoy stuff like this, and this was a great podcast, so thank you.
All right, bro.
All right.
Do you have any final words?
Oh, God. There we go. People with ARs don't get in cattle cars.
I like that. That's from your shirt. That's from you. That's from the shirt from the business. I like that.
Absolutely.
I really like that when I saw. Hey, but I also really like that that rifle you showed us, man. That's beyond dope. That is beyond dope. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
great.
never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's nice. They did a really good job doing the battle worn. Like I said, it's from Watchtower Firearms. They're awesome. Watchtower. I was shooting this gun, and then the owner, I was meeting with the owner, and he's like, hey, how do you like your rifle? I'm like, oh man, I keep shooting it. He goes, you can't shoot that thing. You got to put that up on the wall and let your kids fight over it one day when you die. So I happened to be in Spring, Texas, at Watchtower's headquarters, and the owner takes me to the back, and he's like, all right, go build a new one. And literally, I went to the back and I built it's same exact gun, just an optic, a flashlight, sights, a hyperfire trigger. And he's like, all right, this is your new battle rifle. Stop shooting the Israel one and save that as a family heirloom. I'm like, all right, you got me on that one. I can't argue with that. So
Right. Mount it, and you just cherish it.
Yeah, no. Like I said, my 14-year-old son, they're already like, hey, when you die, can I have that one? I'm like, yes.
They always prepare, man. They always prepare for us.
Hey, man, look, we always say, right? You got to be prepared for anything. So my kid's learning young and fast. Be prepared.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
All right. Yeah. Well, we like we said, we appreciate you coming on the show. This has been episode 93 podcast. All right. Mr. Yehuda.
There you go. You nailed that.
I said it correctly?
You nailed it.
All right. We're going to go ahead and let you go. We hope you have a good rest of your evening, and we appreciate you coming on the show, boss.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for having me.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, it was good talking to you, man.
You too.
All right. Have a good one now. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been episode 93 of the WarDawg Trail podcast. Salute. Oh, AJ, hang on for me.
All I know is war. All I know is shoot. All I want is more, but I got some things to do. I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior. Got an emblem on my cover. And ask me what I did for ya. I put the trash deep down under. Yeah, I'm a dog of war. Hell's what I've been through. I'm a dog of war. I did it all for you. Yeah.
Some time in the place, man. I just needed some space. All the pain showing my face and my heart started